All right, what I'm going to demonstrate here is going to be a step down, and this is basically an exercise that's primarily for knee health, but it'll also get very much into your ankles and into the hips as well. So I'm going to set this up, and I'm on 2 cork yoga blocks here just because my feet are so damn big. I need something to cover the surface. And I'm going to use the wall here. So you're going to be on 1 foot. So if there's any issue about balance, take that out of the equation so you can just focus on what the leg you're working on, focus on the movement of the joint. So I'm going to use my left foot as my base. I got my hand on the wall. I'm just going to go back and forth from you. So there's no weight on my right foot. I'm going to bring my right heel down and then come back up and then down for 2 and come back up. And just going back and forth here. Now I'm doing this with a flat foot. I'm making sure my left knee goes forward, so I'm not going out to the side as I bring my heel down. And I've got enough mobility in my ankle that I can do this relatively comfortably with a flat foot. Now, if you don't quite have the ankle mobility for that and you're focusing on the knee, you can take that out of the equation by elevating the heel. So I'm just going to put this half-size block behind me. And I'll work the same leg. So now I've got something solid under the ball mount of my foot, and the heel is going to be lifted. And then again, I'm just going to take this down, touch the heel, and come back up. And just going back and forth like this, holding tension, so I'm not just busting this out super fast. And if you haven't done this kind of thing a whole lot, it's a lot of stress around the knee. You're going to feel this in the thigh. You can just take this slow with body weight and just go for the burn that you feel around the joint and in the muscles surrounding the joint and support it for a number of repetitions here. And I'd start with relatively high repetitions if you're just doing body weight, and this seems relatively easy. If you want to level it up, whether you got the heel lifted or not, there's a couple ways to do this. You could take a higher setup, and you can come up even further. And then you got the same limitations, all right? So if you need to, you can lift your heel. And here, I'll set up something higher real quick. All right, so this is twice the height I had before. And I'll start this with flat feet, and this is going to take this quite a bit into the ankle so I can come down because my knee's going to go pretty far forward. And again, I just got my hand on the wall just for a little bit of support. So my weight's on my left foot. I'm going to bring my right heel down and then come back up. And this is pretty much challenging the range of motion I have from the ankle here. And I can do this. But if I didn't have this much range, then I'd want to take that half block again. Or something. I could even have like a diagonal setup here so that I can lift that heel and make this more accessible. And then just like before with a lower setup. I got 1 foot down, my hand's on the wall. I'm going to bring my heel down low and come back up. And this is definitely more intense. It's a deeper bend. You're reaching further into the floor. All right, one more option to make this more intense. Everything I demonstrated so far is just body weight, and if you want to take things further, you can hold extra weight. So right here, I got a 20-pound dumbbell. So same thing. I'm just going to start this out. I know I've got the range. I've got both heels on the blocks. I'm going to keep one hand on the wall. I'm just going to bend my knee, touch the heel down, and then come back up and go back and forth here. And you could load up with a lot of weight if you wanted, and you're definitely going to feel a lot more on that working thigh, but there's a whole bunch of different options to work this, and this is mainly about engaging that tension around the knee, around the ankle, and obviously if the hips are going to stay stable, you're going to feel this in the outer hip working the glute medius as well.